Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Nelly and I am an indie author of one book, and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about our 2022 goals. We're actually filming this very early. It is Christmas Eve right now. We're filming it now because I travel back home in a few days, so I'm not going to be able to film it then. And both my roommates are gone for the night because they're with their families because they celebrate Christmas on Christmas. So we have the day to ourselves, and we're in the dining room, which is like, I don't think I've ever filmed outside of my room. We are gonna talk about our goals. They're mostly gonna be for publishing and for my publishing business, but I think I'm gonna throw in some more personal ones at the end just because. So let's get started. I don't think I filmed anything in like a month, so maybe that's also why I'm like, I don't know why I feel like kind of nervous. You know what I think it is? I think it's because I've never filmed outside of my room in this apartment, so it's like, even though knowing my roommates aren't here, it's kind of weird. Anyway, the first goal is just the plain publishing one, is the books that I have planned for next year. Now I am being probably overly ambitious, but like I'd rather be overly ambitious than underly is not a word, but then not be ambitious enough. But we have a lot of them though. I will say a lot of them are pretty set in stone, just because I either have deadlines already for like editors and stuff, so I have to have them done, and if they're going to editors, they're going to get published. Also, the heater's on, so it might come on and off throughout this video. But I already have deadlines for some of them, and for others, they're like further along, so I know we can get there. But basically, I'm looking at my laptop, which is like everything written down. I have planned 6 books and a novella. Yeah. Okay, so the first 3 to 4 are pretty much guaranteed gonna happen. The first one's guaranteed gonna happen because it's already edited. I actually just ordered my proof copy today, so it should be at my mom's house sometime later next week, and then I'll be going through proofs. But other than the little problem that came about my cover designer, that book is ready. So I'm just gonna go through proofs, hopefully get my cover in time, and that should be coming out in February. And then book 3 in that series is, I'm not like 100% on the date yet, but it's coming out in May. So that, again, I'm editing it currently right now. Hopefully we'll be done by the end of this year. Again, have deadlines because I'm sending that to my editor in January, so that will be fully edited and proofed and all that probably by like April, but like it's coming out in May. And then the 4th book to that series, I have my editor booked for a specific day, even though this book isn't even written yet, so it's not even outlined. So honestly, that one's the one I'm most scared about because it's literally not even written yet. So I have to write it, edit it, beta it, edit it again, probably like twice, and then send it, and then send to the editor. So I'll have like 6-ish months. So I lied, I also have to outline it first, but I have like 6-ish months to get all of that done, which should be enough time. But yeah, that book is coming out in the second half of the year. Again, kind of have a tentative date, but like, we'll see. And then I also have a contemporary romance that I'm also editing right now. I don't know why that one's taking me so long, because it's like such a cutesy story, but like it's taking, the first half of editing was going fine, and then it just, I think it's just the December lull. But that one, I have my editor booked already. My editor and my cover designer booked for that one, so that one should be coming out in the first half of the year. So that one, and then Beholding Darkness and book 3 of the Widow Magic series will be coming out in the first half of the year. Book 4 in the Widow Magic series, second half. And then my fantasy series, which is my favorite book that I've literally ever written, is coming out in the second half of the year. It's written and edited. I still need to beta it. I'm gonna find betas in the next few weeks. And then go through edits and all that stuff again. I don't have my editor booked, but I should have one booked pretty soon. But that's coming out in the second half of the year. I think it might come out on my birthday. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we'll see. But that is, again, another for sure. That one I'm not really worried about. Like book 4 to Widow Magic, I'm worried about because I haven't even written it yet. But this one I'm not really worried about. And then the novella I have planned comes right after this book. This comes right after the fantasy book. It's like the same kind of storyline, but it's a different couple. I haven't written that one, but I'm not worried because it's a novella. Like it's not supposed to be 100,000 words. You know, it's gonna be, I don't know how long, but I'm guessing like 30,000 words, which is kind of long for a novella, but we'll see. And then the final book I have planned is the only one where I'm like, yeah, this might not happen next year. So we'll see. But that one is definitely going to be a second half. And I'm thinking December. The reason I'm saying it might not happen next year is because I have a lot of books piled on to get through in the first half of 2022 that I don't know if I'll have time to write it and edit it in order to have it ready by December. But the contemporary romance standalone, so both the contemporary romances that I have are standalones. It's a contemporary romance set in winter, but it's not set during Christmas. So it doesn't have to come out before Christmas. So it could also come out in January. So it's not going to be that much later than what I have planned, but we'll see. Honestly, I feel like it's going to come out in December because once I set a deadline and a goal, I'm really annoying about the fact that it has to get done. So yeah, those are my goals. Technically, that comes out to 7 full books because the novella will definitely be long enough to be a book. It's a lot, but I'm so excited. I love these stories. Now that I rambled on about all the books that I want to have published next year, let's talk about some of the other goals, which I shouldn't be talking about as much because they're more self-explanatory. So number 1 is just to find more author friends and to like do a bunch of live streams and stuff like that. Just because 1, it does help with getting more people to like find me, as in like subscribe to my YouTube or find me on other social medias, maybe find my books. But it's also fun to like have other people that write, because in my personal life I don't have that, and I don't really mind that I don't have that in my personal life, but I don't have it. So I'd like to find people I can talk to about certain things. And then in the same scheme, this kind of goes into marketing, but I can end up doing like newsletter swaps and stuff like that with them. Mind you, that does go into like, you have to be in the same like account, like you have to have about the same number of people following you and all that to make it fair, but you get the point. I want to have more author friends and do like live streams and stuff with them, because I did one with Katie like a week ago. It wasn't even that long ago, and it was kind of fun. It was a little awkward because it was the first time I was doing it, but it was fun. So I like to just continue on doing that. I talk a lot, I'm sorry. Okay, and then we have marketing. Marketing goes like one of 2 ways. There's the free one, which is pretty much going to be social medias, which I'll get to in a minute, and like newsletter swaps and stuff like that. So again, finding author friends can possibly get me more free marketing. That's pretty much all I have for the free section. For the paid section, I'm actually so excited for this, is to start getting into the paid ads. I'm not excited about spending the money on it, but I'm excited about like learning the different ways you can implement them, about the stats that come out of it, like all of that stuff. I love statistics. So everything like that. Plus I just really want to know like how do those ads work and like how to place them together and all that stuff. The heater just came on. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for that. I'm not going to be starting that I'd say like closer to midway through the year, but like maybe like in the second quarter. We'll see. We'll see. Social media, yo. Okay, recently on my social media, I don't know what's been going on my TikTok, but I've been just getting an influx of followers, which I'm so here for. I get so excited every time I go on that app. I'm like, oh my god, one more person. But I think I've gotten like 30 to 35 people in the last literally like day or two. So might not sound like a lot, but considering I was stuck at like 30 followers for like a month, being at like 65 now, at 62, I don't remember what number it's at, but being at that number in like 2 days feels amazing. So my goals for TikTok: one, just to continue posting consistently. That's what I do now. I post at least one every single day, sometimes multiple. I did for like a good month post like 2 to 3 a day. Right now I'm kind of in a slump on like creativity for those posts, but at least one every single day, and I'm thinking it's working. I've had a couple do like pretty well, especially for like a low follower account. They've done pretty well, but yeah, my goal really is just to reach more people there, and hopefully have TikTok do its thing with one of my books or all of my books, and just find the following. Really, my thing is with social media is to find my target market, not just anyone to buy my books, but I want to find like that group of people that really like, they're the ones looking for the type of book that I write, you know. I am talking a lot, but I don't even know if I'm like articulating everything correctly. I feel like when I'm editing this, I'm gonna be so annoyed with myself. Okay, and then I don't actually have Instagram written on my list, which is funny, but recently I went on Canva and I got really into the rabbit hole of creating Instagram posts. So the goal is just to be consistent with my Instagram posts and to utilize that social media as well, especially with putting reels in, because I literally just take my TikToks and put them into Instagram. My only problem there right now is my followers on Instagram are pretty much just friends and family, which means they're all on the West Coast. So I have to post everything really late here because I have to make sure everyone there is like off work and will be on their phone in order to see the reel and send it off to get like thousands of people to view it. Basically, it's like a whole system. So my main goal right now is just to get people on my side of the country to follow me, so that when I post something, it's more likely to go out to more people. But yeah, Instagram is kind of the same as TikTok. I just want to be consistent with it and continue posting, and to just grow my audience and hopefully the amount of sales. I do care a lot more about sales than amount of people following me. The only reason I care about people following me is like because the more people following you, the more people will actually see your post and push it out to people that aren't following you. It's a whole algorithm game. But yeah, I care way more. I literally wouldn't care if I had 0 people following me, as long as I kept getting sales off of views. But if you want the algorithm to work for you, you want people to follow you, to send it off to more people. I just ran out of space on my camera, so that was fun. What were we talking about? Okay, social media. YouTube is my last social media that I will be actually active on. I don't really care for any of the others, so YouTube is it. I don't necessarily have plans to post like 2 times a week or anything like that. That sounds nice, but I always tell myself I'm gonna do that and then I don't do it. So I'm not gonna tell myself I'm gonna do anything specific. I'm just gonna keep going with however I feel, and hopefully I'll build a like more consistent schedule. But right now I do vlogs whenever I feel like them, just because I really like looking back at vlogs and like seeing where I was, both physically, like where I was, but also where I was like in terms of writing or editing a certain book. Like currently I still go back to vlogs from the beginning of this year, and like I'll be at my old apartment and I'm like, oh my god, like my old apartment kind of thing. So I love filming vlogs, but it's something where I don't force myself to do it. It's like if I feel like doing it, I'll do it. If I don't, I don't. So there's that. But I also really think it'll be fun to document like just parts of being an indie author and having a publishing business. So marketing, and like the production section, like literally any, I don't know, I can't think of anything right now, but all of those aspects, the how much it costs videos are my favorite thing in the entire world. So definitely gonna be doing those. But yeah, so my goal here isn't necessarily to like be as consistent as TikTok and Instagram, but definitely to post more content. I love that I just filmed an entire clip, and I didn't press record, so I don't remember what I said. Okay, so that is pretty much it for my publishing goals. It's pretty much just figuring out what books are going to come out and figuring out how to market those books and get them into the reader's hands. So I have those done in terms of setting goals. Now for my real life goals, not resolutions. I never actually set resolutions because I don't know, like I did it when I was younger. I used to be like, oh, my 2012 resolution, but then I'd forget it a week later. But when I set a goal, I don't forget it. And I know they're basically the same thing. But I don't know, calling it a goal just works different for me apparently. So here's how you know resolution and goal are pretty much the same thing in my book, because I literally have keep going to the gym, and that's everyone's first resolution every single year. But I actually was, when I wrote these goals, I actually was really consistent in the gym. I was going 4 to 5 times a week. I literally live right by a gym though, so it's not that hard. I was going 4 to 5 times a week, and then I got a new temp job, which took me into the city 4 days a week. So I dropped the ball. I started going like once, maybe twice a week when I got that job. And then this past month, when it started getting dark at 4, I stopped going, because by the time I'd get home and eat and stuff, it would start getting dark. And once it gets dark, I forget that it's 4 p.m. and not 10 p.m. And I'm like, oh, everything's closed, I can't leave. So yeah, I just need to bring that consistency back, because I actually had it for like a good 2 or 3 months. I was going consistently to the gym, so I need to bring that back. And then the other thing, again, before it started getting dark really early, I was being pretty consistently social, like at least one thing a week. And then I think in the entire month of November, I only did one thing at the very end of the month. So not very social. December has been more. I think December at one point had a little too much going on though. So just to be more social, because I'm very good at being an introvert, and November really made that clear to me, because I didn't even realize that I wasn't really socialized. I mean, I'm not counting like seeing my roommates and talking to them and stuff like that, but like actually doing stuff out of the house. I didn't realize that until I went back and looked at my calendar, and I was like, oh, I haven't done anything all month. So I would just like to be more consistent on that. In the summer, it's really easy because it's like a light for a million years. So it's like you're more excited to go out. Spring, I feel like might be a little bit easier too, because again, it'll be light longer. But in the winter, it's harder because it gets dark so early that you just forget about it. Plus, I have all these deadlines on me right now, and I'm stressing myself out, and I need to stop doing that. And the final goal I have here is to get a more consistent second job. When I go into this new year, I'm actually still gonna have my temp job. It was supposed to be done, but they asked me to stay. But they're not hiring me on there. It's like still gonna be a temp position. But my thing is, I really love the hours that I have with them. So I kind of want after that to find a position where the hours are pretty similar, because again, it allows me to have all that time to work on my publishing while also making money there. So I don't really know what the actual goal is, but it's to do something there. Plus, if I can do a good job, back to my publishing section, if I can do a good job with the TikTok and Instagram and figure out how to do the ads and stuff like that, I can utilize that to just do social media marketing for other people and make money there, and then I won't have to be hired from someone else. So yeah, we'll see. Should I make it part of my goals to find a man? My mom literally asked me the other day. She was on the phone. She was like, are you talking to anyone? I'm like, I should make that part of my goals, because maybe if it's part of my goals, I'll actually do something about it. But really, I'm not going to do anything about it because I don't like people. So We'll see. Anyway, that is the end of my 2022 goals list. It's not actually that long, I just talk a lot, but hopefully in a year from now I can look back on this video and be like, I accomplished all of those things, because literally none of them are even far-fetched. So other than maybe publishing 7 books, but none of them are far-fetched, so I think I can actually accomplish them. We'll see. So thank you for watching, and maybe pick up my book. I'll see you next time.